Good morning, dear students. So, dear students, today we shall move on to the new topic, that is forests, our lifeline. So, in the chapter forest, our lifeline, what we are going to study means, that is topic to be covered. That is what are the topics to be covered means, first one is introduction about the topic, and second one is what are the importance of forests. Third one is forests as a habitat, and fourth one is food chain, and the next one is harmful effects of deforestation. That is what are the harmful effects if the deforestation will be causes, and taking care of forests, that is how to take care of the forests, what is the need for taking care of the forests. These are the points we are going to study in this chapter. So, first we shall move on to the introduction. Dear students, here you are seeing two pictures, that is first one is forest, second one is city. What is the difference between these two? That is, if you are enter to the forest, you get an fresh air, and also your mind will be get cool and calm, and you hear so many different animal voices very clearly, and your mind will be get relaxation, and you will be in the joyful mood. So when you are going to enter the city, there will be a lot of sound will be there, so we didn't get a good air, and we can't get a cool and calm, because there will be a noise pollution, and population will be more, and we can't hear so many animals and birds sounds clearly because of some disturbance in the cities. In the forest, there is no disturbance will be appear. These are the two difference between forests and city. So in this one, first, dear students, what is forest? Kadugalu endarenu? That is nothing but that is large area of land covered with huge trees, shrubs and herbs. These are called herbs and these are called shrubs. So forests means large area of land covered with huge trees, shrubs and herbs. This is the definition for the simple definition for the forest. So in the forest, variety of plants and trees will be there. Among that we are listed few one, that is bamboo, neem, polish, teak, fig. These are the different varieties of plant varieties in the forest, and also ferns, mosses, maple, oak, pine, and also so many varieties of trees will be there in the forest. So many varieties means we can, if you are going to list out the trees which are present in the forest, means number of trees, a number of different plants, a number of medicinal plants will be present in the forests. So here they given few examples, that is variety of forest trees, varieties of trees in the forest, that is bamboo, neem, polish, teak, fig, ferns, mosses, maple, oak and pine. So those are all different varieties of trees in the forest. Next, layer in forest, that is crown, above ground branchy plant parts. These above ground nelada mele irtakanta plant branches, we call that one as crown. So this one is called as crown. That is entirely covered with the forest. If you are view that forest through the upward section, that is from aeroplane or from the nowadays drone are using, if you seen that forest, with the help of that you get this type of, that is crown, that is completely covered with these above ground branchy parts. So under stories in forests are plant layer growing beneath the forest canopy. Forest understories receives less intense light than the forest canopy. See here, layers in forest, I already told that. Canopy means, canopy is the structure formed by collection of individual plant crowns of a plant community. So individual plant crown of plant community, these are the collection, and these collections are totally called canopy. And it is very important point, dear student, that is forests are home to animals. Yes, it's obviously correct, because so many animals, they lead their life in the forest. So many birds, so many animals. So they are called as wild animals, because they live in the forest. That's why they are called wild animals. And so many varieties of animals, they live or they are leading their life in the forest. See here, animals obtain their food in forest. That means how animals obtain their food in the forest. In the city means some people they give food to the animals, but in the forest no one are giving or no one are supplying food to the forest, because no human beings they live inside the forest or within the forest. So animals obtain their food in forest. That is, so different animals they are getting food in different varieties. For example, herbivorous. So in the forest, herbivorous means the animals which eats only plant and plant products. That means these animals feeds on plants and cow, goat, horse, rabbits. These are the examples for the animals, and they eat or they feed on plants. That means they take their food from the plant. So carnivorous in the forest means example is lion, tiger, cheetah. So many examples will be there. They eat only flesh, meat. So they are meat eating animals ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ they eat, so or they get feed on flesh, ಅಂದರೆ ಅವು ಮಾಂಸವನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬದುಕ್ತವೆ. And also omnivorous. So humans, crow, pig, rat, they given so many examples, but they are all eat both plant product and also animal product. That's why they are grouped in the omnivorous group. Animals get protection in forests. See, dear students, so many animals in the forest will be there. So one animal depends on the other one. So that animal they should predate. So ಏನಾಗಬೇಕದು ಬೇಟೆಗಾರನಿಂದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. How to they should protect from other animals. That is, animals protect themselves from predators. That's very helpful for the forest. In the city, there is no huge branches, that is canopy system of forest can't be visible in the city area. In the city area, only buildings will be, we are going to see only buildings. In that one, animals are easily visible to their predators. But in the forest, so due to the canopy structure, large amount of plants will be present in the forest. They are easily protect themselves from the predators. Dear students, they give on that forests are green lungs of nature. Forests are green lungs of nature. So why means here in the forest enormous amount of green plants and green trees will be there. Green plants and green trees will be there, and these green plants and green trees, you know that already during photosynthesis plants releases oxygen. Plant releases oxygen. Yes, correct alva. So that oxygen due to the presence of enormous amount of trees, so in the forest fresh oxygen will be available. That is, during photosynthesis plant releasing enormous amount of oxygen, and that is helpful for the respiration, and also the atmosphere will be very fresh will be there. So that's why in the forest forests are called as green lungs of nature. And importance of forest. Why the forests are important? Why the forests are important? If there is no forests, what will be happen? So we should discuss that one. See here, importance of forests, that is provide habitat to animals, birds and insects. So forests, importance of forests. So ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟಾಟ್ ಟು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಅವಕ್ಕೇನು ವಾಸನೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒದಗಿಸ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಟು ಮೆನಿ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್. So that forest provides food and shelter. and also support growth of plants, and forest help or forest support to growth of plants. If the plants will be more means the rainfall in that region also will be more will be there. For that reason, so plants get enormous amount of water, so plants will be grow. Maintaining the balance of O2 and CO2. Dear students, O2 means oxygen and CO2 means carbon dioxide. So O2 means oxygen and CO2 means carbon dioxide. So balancing of these two will be takes place if there is a presence of forest, because so human beings and so many vehicles, they releases carbon dioxide. So if the trees and plants are more and more means those are absorb the carbon dioxide for the preparation of their food, and in that one or in that time, and those plants releases oxygen. So there will be a balancing of carbon dioxide and oxygen also takes place. Furniture making. So for the home appliances, furniture, kurchi, meju, benchu, like that. So for these are for the making of these things, so we use woods, and those woods are getting from the forest trees. For that reason also forests are very important. And also provide useful products like wax, gums, honey, etc. Andre wax, gums and honey, etc. These are all we are obtaining from the forest. Those are all natural. And last one is very important, dear students, that is medicinal use of various plants. That means in the forests various variety of plants will be growing, and those are all called as medicinal plants. And by the help of those medicinal plants we are getting so many medicines with the help of that medicinal plants. So that method is called as Ayurveda. And life forms in a forest. See here, dear students, in the life forms in a forest, that consists of only two forms, that is autotroph lives and also heterotroph lives. They are dividing into two groups. Autotroph lives means prepare their own food. So prepare their own food called as autotrophs. In that one, forest trees will be there. Those trees are preparing their own food by using carbon dioxide and water and minerals present in the soil. So examples is plants, some algae and bacteria. And also, dear students, second group, heterotrophs. So heterotrophs means in the forest so many animals that depends on plants, and so many animals that depends on plant eating animals. That means they didn't prepare their own food. That means they depends on others. Example, animals, humans and also fungi. See here, they given interrelationship in a forest. See here, first will be there. This is the first one, dear students. First, plants will be growing. These plants prepare their own food. So they are called as autotrophs, and these plants are eaten by herbivorous, and these herbivorous are eaten by carnivorous. And after the dying or after the end of their life, they are buried in the soil and they convert it into decomposers. They convert it into manure or manifarum. After that, once again humus will be formation takes place. Once again plants will be grow. Then this will be herbivorous, depends on plants, and carnivorous depends on herbivorous. After that, these two are depends on these decomposers. Dear students, forests, that is natural observer of rainwater. So natural observer of rainwater means, can you guess why we call that one as forests or natural observer of rainwater? Can you guess that one? Yes, because in the forest plenty of trees will be there. Those plenty of trees, they absorb the rainwater from their roots. So in that reason, they are forests in the forest plant. Due to the presence of plenty of trees, forests are called as natural observer of rainwater. So why means help? What are the help or what is the use of that one? So that help to recharge groundwater and thus maintain water table. So if that absorb all the water that falls on the ground, means that trees and the forest, they absorb all the water that will be stored in the ground level. So in that or reach in the ground level. So thus or that maintain the water table. And next one, control floods. That control the floods. ಪ್ರವಾಹವನ್ನು ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಡಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. How means that trees does not allow the water or flowing of water continuously, because that root absorb the water, means the water will be easily reach to the groundwater. ಅದು ನೀರಿನ ತಳದಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. Next, prevent water logging in the soil during heavy rainfall, and also very important is prevent soil erosion. Prevent soil erosion. ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಸವಕಳಿಯನ್ನು ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಡಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. What happens when organisms die? Organisms ಸತ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? See, decomposers. This is the main one concept in the forest. So decomposers, what do you mean by decomposers? Means organisms which feed on dead bodies of plants and animals. Some organisms, those are all present in the soil. These organisms feed dead bodies of plants and animals. They feed dead bodies and plants and animals, termed as saprotrophs. Termed as saprotrophs. So we already studied in the first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. That is nutrition in plants. Alva? That is nutrition in plants. So those are all called saprotrophs. Saprotrophs means they depends on or they feeds dead bodies of plants and animals. Example, bacteria and fungi. So we already studied these two concepts in the lesson number 1, that is nutrition in plants. So where does these decomposers live? Dear students, these decomposers live in the soil. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತವೆ? ಸಾಯಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್, process in which complex organism matter are broken down into simpler form. That is complex organism matter that will be broken into simpler form. So organisms which help in decomposition. So organisms means bacteria and fungi which are helpful for the decomposition. ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಳಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಲ್ವ, those are called as, that process called as decomposition. And for that reason decomposers are needed. Detritus, that is the raw material for decomposition. That is dead plants remains, dead animal remains, fecal matter. These are the raw material for decomposition. So rate of decomposition, very important. That is several factors determine rate of decomposition. That is main one is soil quality. So abundance of microorganism, moisture content, temperature, high aeration, pH level. That means pH level means that is percentage of hydrogen ion level. So if the percentage of hydrogen level, pH level is below the 7 means they are acidic in nature, and above the 7 means they are basic in nature. Basics are called as alkaline and acids are called as, or acidic are called as alkali. Don't forget that. So factors determine rate of decomposition are, first one is and also soil quality. If the soil quality is good means, so decomposition will be takes place very good manner. And also composition of the organic matter, and very important is climate. What are the importance of decomposition? What are the importance of decomposition? Decomposition in the ಏನು importance ಇದೆ? That is convert dead plant and animals remains into humus, improves soil fertility, and also nutrients are released back to the soil. That is the nutrients which are present in the dead plant and animals. So nutrients are present in the dead plant and animals, those nutrients are once again enter to the soil. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ in that time once again, so that soil also get nutrients, and also soil fertility will also be improved. Threat to forests. Human activities pose a threat to forest. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಡು ನಾಶವಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಮಾನವನ ಕೆಲವು ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ಕಾಡೇನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಾಶ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ going or decreasing day by day. It's too bad, dear students, because if there is no forest means we can't get an fresh oxygen, and also we can't get an rainfall time to time. So then what do you mean by deforestation? So deforestation means permanent destruction or conversion of forest area for other purpose. That is permanent destruction or conversion of forests or forest areas for other purpose. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಡುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್? ಏನು ಡಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಡುಗಳು ನಾಶವಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಕಾರಣ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ಎಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯಾ ಹೆಚ್ಚಳ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. For to get an agricultural land, we are cutting so many trees and we are decreasing the forest areas, and we are converting those forest areas into agricultural land, and we are using in for agriculture purpose, and the trees will be get lesser and less, and the forest area will also be decreases. If the population also more means, dear students, to get an for those peoples they need shelter. For that they need an empty land to construct a new building or to construct an factories. They need empty land. For that reason also they are cutting the forest trees. Then the forest will also be decreases. Human settlements, that means same thing. Making furniture. So for making household furniture or design furniture, for so many purpose we are cutting the trees to make the furniture. In that reason also the trees also cutting, then the number of trees will be reduces and the percentage of the forest level also decreases. Fuel, for the fuel purpose, for the burning of the fuel, to get an fire we are burning the we are using the woods which are from the forest trees, and also forest fires. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಡ್ಗಿಚ್ಚು ಹತ್ತಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ they get fire and they get destroyed. What are the harmful effect of deforestation? ಅರಣ್ಯ ನಾಶೀಕರಣದಿಂದ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು? What are the harmful effect of deforestation? That is loss of species. Yes, soil erosion, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಸವಕಳಿನೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Loss of species means so many animals and plants, that is lion, tiger, cheetah, fox, hen, hyena, so many will be there in the forest. If there is a decrease in the forest means the species in the forest also get decreases, because they are not, those plants and animals are not ready to, or they are not capable of adopting their life into the city. So they are automatically spoiling their life. That means loss of species will be takes place. Next, soil erosion. Soil erosion means mandina savakali. If there is no forest means there is no trees. There is no trees means root. There is no roots. If there is no root means they can't observe water that fall on the earth during the rainy season. The water will be continuously flow away. So in that one, along with that water that carry the soil, above soil, that is top soil, then the soil erosion will be also takes place. And also increased concentration of carbon dioxide. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide, that means If trees are not, much more trees are not using carbon dioxide for their photosynthesis, means the carbon dioxide percentage in the atmosphere will be remains constant. Remains constant. Alva? Yes. ಹೌದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟ್ decreases. Dear students, 1 hour 1 day we should carry the oxygen cylinder because of our activity, that is we are cutting the trees and getting into deforestation. So we are responsible of carrying oxygen cylinder 1 hour 1 day, don't forget that. Lower groundwater level, if there is no trees means there is no absorption of water takes place, and that water does not reaches to the groundwater table, and groundwater table will be decreases, that is less in water. Destroy forest ecosystem and possibility of flood increases. ಪ್ರವಾಹದ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ರೂಟ್ಸಿಂದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀರೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತಳದಿಲಾಗೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ತಳದಿಲ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ that will be flow continuously, one by one continuously flow ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ವಾಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೊ ಫ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ಲಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರವಾಹ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Here, dear students, forests are truly our lifeline. Why means that forests provides habitat to animals, birds, insects, provides food and shelter to many tribes, supports growth of plants, and there is an balancing of oxygen, carbon dioxide. Already told that these are all providing wax, gums, honey, etc. and furniture making purpose also forest will be useful, and maintaining water table, that is ground water table, and also prevent flood. ಪ್ರವಾಹವನ್ನು ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಡಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. and then prevent soil erosion, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಸವಕಳಿಯನ್ನು ತಡಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. and in the forest so many medicinal plants will be there, and we are using those medicinal plants for the various purpose. ಅನೇಕ ರೀತಿಯ ರೋಗಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಬೋದು. These are the importance of or uses of forests. If there is no forest means these will be completely totally reverse will be happen, and at the 1 hour 1 day we should carry the oxygen cylinder if there is no forest means. Why sir? Why means if there is no forest means, dear students, if there is no forest means there is no trees. There is no trees means there will be nothing will be exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place alva. For that reason, if there is no exchange doesn't take place means there will be an increasing of carbon dioxide percentage. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗಾಲದ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ನ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೀಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಫ್ there is no oxygen means we should carry automatically, compulsory or automatically we should carry the oxygen cylinder. So to avoid that one in the next generation, in this generation remaining few years we are going to suffer from the oxygen level. For that, dear students, don't cut the trees. So don't spoil the forest. So grow trees and improve the oxygen percentage, oxygen level in the atmosphere, and you get an very good rainfall time to time, and you will get an good oxygen and also very good nature. So don't forget that. Please protect the forest and grow the trees and don't cut the trees. It's our request. And also, dear students, if you have any doubt in this chapter, you should one more time please watch the video. You get any doubt, please contact to me. And at the end, dear students, I will give one homework, that is, write down first is list out the different types of trees in the forest. Homework question first one is list out the different types or varieties or any 10 different types of trees in the forest. And second question is write down 10 medicinal plants which are grown in the forest. These are the today's 2 questions homework for you. Everyone should at least try to answer those 2 questions. Okay, thank you students. Happy day.